Alright, what's going on, guys? We're playing WebFishing. You caught me mid-rant, so... And I'm so glad we're talking about this, right? Because everyone else that you try to talk about it, they're like, I love Marvel Rivals. I love Marvel Rivals. It's the greatest thing in gaming history. It's stupid, dude. It's not good. It's great.
You...
Go ahead, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I butt in because I am very bad at social cues.
Me too.
You knew me in the height of my Marvel fanboying, and I don't know. I don't even care about Marvel enough to want to play Marvel Rivals.
That's my thing, right? It's not like I'm being a negative. I was excited about it. I'm not like, I hate it. It's mainstream. I was really gonna be into it. My issue is that pretending that it's good because it's Marvel branded is just ignorant. You know what I mean? It doesn't become good because it's got Marvel all over it. It's still a bad game.
Yeah, I don't even like this term, but it's the definition of glazing. You're just like, yeah, Marvel good.
And I get it. It's cool to play as your favorite character. I love Venom. I wanted to love it, but it wasn't it for me.
Yeah, I get it. I don't like how short the rounds are because it feels like by the time I get some good synergy with my team, it's over.
I wish at least they had Overwatch has a system where you can get in where it has certain cues you have to pick before the game. You have to be tank, you have to be healer or whatever, and it just makes you be one of those. And I get for competitive there's wiggle room. You can have a game with 4 good tanks and 2 healers that know what they're doing and make that work or whatever. But at least have a version of the game where you can do that, where I'm okay, someone's gonna have to tank, someone's gonna have to heal.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I just got stuck with a lot of stuff in Marvel Rivals last night. It's the first time I played, so not fun. Not a fun experience.
I didn't have fun when I tried it at all. And the game doesn't do a good job of teaching people who wouldn't know, because it's not everyone's fault. Some people are just gonna well, I want to play tank, or I want to play whatever. They're not gonna care what other people, they don't see other people, they see themselves. But kids and stuff, especially with Marvel, but for kids, they're just gonna be ignorant to the fact that there are roles and how to play around that, and that's not their fault. Yeah, they're just
gonna be I want to play Captain America, and that's it. But okay, in the kids' defense, that is me in Valorant, because I keep bringing up Valorant because I like Valorant. I only play Cypher. That's it. Yeah. Only one character. Good luck, everybody else. I am Robot Man.
And I don't know enough about because I couldn't bear to play it long enough. But Overwatch, for example, right? You can be a healer in Overwatch and still carry. Moira, dude, if you're a good Moira, you can be the top damage and healing on your team, easy. And casual play, dude, you can carry.
There was one character in Marvel Rivals that I found that was a healer that I still got a ton of kills and stuff with, and that was Emma Frost. But
okay.
I also noticed everyone was trying to grab her.
Yeah. And I feel that may be, that may be just an issue with the superhero shooters and the MOBAs in general, is that when you make a character too good, in casual, everyone's gonna go to it. I feel in casual, everyone played as Moira. You couldn't get any other healer, because Moira can be a good my team sucks at offense, dude. Hold on, let me swap. But I don't know, man. I wanted to like it. I hope that and you know what? It's crazy. I don't know how much you follow gaming news. The game's super. It's making money despite itself. It's making a ton of money, and they still laid off so many people.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I heard. It's this game's super popular and everyone loves it because it's gonna be successful because you slap Marvel on it, and they're still fire over half the team.
Yeah, exactly. They fired the entire North American branch.
Yeah. I'm just not a big fan of how creatives are being treated in general right now.
Bad,
and I do count programmers and stuff in with creators. Creatives. But yeah, it's disheartening.
I can't remember what the studio's called or the game. There was a game, Hi-Fi Rush. It was kind of like a successor to Jet Set Radio, It's like kind of like it's not an indie game, I guess. It's I think owned by Microsoft, but it's like one of their smaller, branches or divisions or whatever. They just made a
Hmm.
game. It's literally I don't know if this is exactly like Jet Set Radio because I didn't play it, but Jet Set Radio, one of my favorite games as a kid. You're a rollerblader and you go around and graffiti the town, and that's the game. You just
Oh
rollerblade
yeah.
around and spray paint graffiti, and there are other gangs that like are like, no, my graffiti goes there, and it's really
Hmm.
fun. And they, Sega shut down, whatever. Not shut down, but they, stopped being as big, and they never made it again. But then, so this game was like the successor, despite it being like kind of unheard of. Did well, sold well, like doubled their expectations. Um, Microsoft still shut them down. They're like, no, you guys aren't. You're not gonna make it.
See, okay, this goes to all creative industries right now. I feel like stuff gets canceled before it even really gets its chance to find its footing. Um, have I told you about my favorite TV show?
No, 1 second. Jacob, chat said he'd be on in a little bit. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're all good. I love the show Our Flag Means Death. I've watched it 38 times so far. It's amazing. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
It was planned to be 3 seasons, and while it was like actively being released, it was HBO Max's #1 streaming show. Like it was pulling in ridiculous numbers. Fans were throwing their own conventions. Some fans even like paid to get a billboard in like Times Square.
Mm-hmm.
Like the community around it was super hyped, and it was getting like tons of like critic it was very critically acclaimed. Anyway, planned for 3 seasons. It got canceled after season 2, and season 2 had half the budget of season 1.
That's
So,
crazy.
love to see it.
It's gaming. It is such. I mean, gaming's something I've just been like watching like podcasts and stuff about recently. So I mean, it's like you said, every artistic form. But like for me, like watching like what's happening in gaming, it's like even when you succeed, like you succeed well, like you do well above expectations, you still get like fired
Mhm.
and laid off, or and it's like I mean, what's the point of even being in a like a big company? Why not just make your indie game that's like you're like your dream to make? What's the point of even selling out?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a game developer, but that's exactly why I'm doing like my writing and making an independent comic. Because I mean, you don't get rewarded for working with a company.
Right, dude. This a game. It just came out, and it's on Steam. It's called Fly Night, and it's $5. I actually, me and the boys streamed it. It's called Fly Night, and it's $5, and it's probably gonna be the best game of the year. It's so fun. It's
Hell
beautiful.
yeah.
It's beautiful in that like it's got like PlayStation 1 type like RuneScape graphics, but
Hmm.
it's I mean it's what it sounds like. You're a knight and you're a fly, and you go around and fight other bugs with your swords and your lances or whatever. And
Amazing.
when I played that game, dude, I was like, this is what's gonna save like the gaming industry. Is a $5 game that's like the most fun I'm gonna have playing a game this year. Made by like probably one
Yeah.
dude.
Hell yeah. Um, I love those little projects. Like, I mean, WebFishing, Stardew Valley, they both fall into that. Being
I
like, oh, this is just
cannot.
a little game that like rocked the gaming world.
Yeah. I hope Fly Night gets big. I don't think that many people know about it. I hope it gets big. It's. Hello, how are you? Welcome to the stream. I hope it gets big. It deserves it, dude. It deserves all the flowers. It's so fun. It's the soundtrack. I was mesmerized when I heard the music that I first got in the game, dude. I was like, I'm not gonna turn this game off.
Hell yeah.
It's just perfect. It's very like dark. It's not. It's like Dark Souls, but it's not nearly as hard, But it's got like the same kind of like
Oh,
mechanics.
yeah, I watched the stream.
You did? Okay, cool, cool.
Yeah, I was looking it up on my other monitor. Yeah, it was super cool. I really liked the art style actually.
I loved it, dude. I mean, there. Is there a lobby code? Yeah. Give me 1 second. I'll send it for people who want to join. I love Fly Night, and
Yeah.
I just hope like games like that just get all their flowers because these big companies aren't. They aren't it. Jacob, what's up?
Yeah, I feel I'm down.
Hey, what's going on?
Talking about how the gaming industry's in
Oh
ruins.
no.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's not very good.
We were talking about Fly Night, dude. How games like that are going
It's
to save the
something.
world.
Yep, indie games are the way to go.
Absolutely.
Have you guys heard about the new Stardew game that by the same guy? It's called Haunted Chocolatier.
Yes, I've been following its development.
Oh
I don't think
yeah,
there's a
I've heard
release
of
date
it.
yet, but man,
I
I
didn't
can't
know
wait
it was
for it.
by the same guy.
It is, yeah.
It's gonna be so good.
I
Um,
mean, they were like, "Hey, so imagine Stardew Valley," and I'm like, "I'm sold. I'll buy it." And they're like, "Hold on, what if you were a Willy Wonka type son of a gun?" And I was like, "I'm in."
yeah, I was already sold. I was already getting my wallet out.
Brother, when you said buy the creator of Stardew, I was like already gonna give you $100.
Hell yeah.
Oh, which speaking of guys, I had kind of come up with a few things to talk about. Oh, I fell in the water. What is
Ooh.
everyone's like favorite console of all time?
Oh, can a computer be my favorite console? Because I've always been a computer gamer.
For sure, it can. Yeah. I mean, for like most people,
Okay.
it's gonna be
I know it's a
nostalgic.
boring answer.
No, I mean if that's what's nostalgic to you, that's
Mhm.
pretty unique actually. I think a lot of people wouldn't say it's a PC.
Yeah, because I mean, I was playing like the original Zoo Tycoon and stuff when I was little. I grew up in my parents' restaurant, and my dad had a PC set up in like his office for him to work.
Yeah.
And like after school and stuff, I'd just go in there and sit until it was time for us to go home. So,
No, I get that. No, my
PC games.
stepdad got me into like PC games, and I wouldn't say it's my favorite console or anything, but I remember like because I played stuff by Nintendo mostly, and then he was like, on this computer, and I was like, "What are you playing there?" And he's like, "Oh, this is Halo," and I was like, "Halo? What is Halo, dude?" And it changed my life.
Hell yeah. Um,
Thank you for the
if
music.
a PC doesn't count, I do really love like old Game Boy Advance games.
Yes, dude, the Game Boy Advance is underrated. But you know what? I think my favorite console, and I've had a lot of them. I love a lot of them. I think my favorite is gonna probably be the GameCube, and it's not because I had like the most games ever on it, but I think most of my favorite games from being like when I was a kid were on there, like the Sonic Adventure games, all the Mario Sport games, Mario Sunshine. Just so many. Like I feel like I like found my gaming identity on the GameCube.
Hell yeah.
Huh.
All right, someone else watch my line for like 20 seconds. I've got to go to a special event on one of my website games that I play.
All right.
Alright. I think my favorite console has got to be the Wii.
The Wii's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love playing all the games on there. Oh, you got a bite.
Oh no, I gotta get this first. Okay. All right, I got it.
I mean, who doesn't love the
Um,
Wii?
Wii is amazing.
I mean, the Wii is
Yeah.
basically the GameCube, but with like, you know, the not VR, but what would you call it? Like a stick you point at the TV.
Uh, yeah. It's like laser sensor motion something.
Yeah.
But
Um,
Nintendo's kind of crazy about that too. It's kind of an interesting like the way they release new systems. Is
mhm.
that like they don't like other companies? They'll be like, oh, we stopped making PS5 games. Like the last like 6 months because the PS6 is going to come out. Nintendo's like, hey, guess what? That game we released last week, we're releasing it again, and it's totally different because now you can point your remote at the screen. Like what game is it? What was it on
Wait,
Twilight
they're playing
Princess?
the Wii theme song.
Yeah,
They
they
are.
are.
That's awesome. The Twilight Princess on the GameCube and on the Wii are like for whatever reason inverted from each other. and I don't remember which is which, but I know one is like better for speed running or something.
That is interesting.
I love just little weird game facts like that.
Hell yeah.
I just wish I could like, you know, I bet everyone feels this way. Like, I wish I could just go play the GameCube for the first time again, or you know, like whatever your favorite one was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to be a child discovering Zoo Tycoon. Like, A+. Good memory.
I remember how, you know, the GameCube had those little discs. I thought that was the stupidest thing I'd ever seen.
Oh, that's fair though, because I mean, discs are supposed to be big, right?
They're supposed to be. I tell you what, I grew up, my parents always would be like, man, Blake, you're a big doofus, you're a dummy, because I had my first like console, besides like a handheld, was the Sega Dreamcast, like when I was real young. And they would always be like, you're always messing your games up, brother, you're always scratching them up, tearing them up, dude, you don't take care of your games. Everyone, I didn't know this until like, it wasn't that long ago I learned this. Everyone had this problem with the Sega Dreamcast because they used a type of CD that was really soft, and they always were just getting like scratched.
Oh.
Like just putting it in the the system would scratch it up. I got a crazy fish. I don't think I'm gonna get this one. No chance. So apparently it's pretty rare to have a Sega Dreamcast game that's like in really good condition. What's your least favorite system? Do you ever have one you regret getting or something like that?
The Wii U.
The Wii U, dude?
Yeah, the Wii U.
Really? I feel like a lot of people say that
I think
like it stunk at the time, but now they like wish they could go back and like enjoy it for what it was. But you know, I didn't have it, so I don't really have a strong opinion about it.
Well, when I got it, there was like 3 total games for it. It just wasn't that fun. It was kind of clunky to use. I don't know.
That's fair. I mean, hey, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just interested in what people think about the Wii U. For me, and I'll tell you, it's
I
easy.
didn't really play much.
For me, it's an easy answer, dude. The Xbox One, I hated it.
The Xbox One?
Hated it. It made me
Really?
become a PlayStation person.
Hell yeah.
Why
Dude,
you
it
hate
always
it so much?
it had updates all the time. Its updates are slow. It had all kinds of problems. I remember I got Destiny 1 right when it came out, and I had to look up because my Destiny 1 wouldn't work. I had to look up like a tutorial on how to make it work, and some guy posted like a very elegant Reddit page about it that was like, listen, if you're having this specific bug, here's what you have to do, and it's not going to seem real. You're going to think this is like rage bait. You're going to think this is unreal. You've got to get to the loading screen where the game freezes. Then you've got to go and unplug the power cord for 7 seconds and then plug it back in. And it'll work. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, like, you know, you were with me in the class, dude. I took game design for 2 years in high school. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
That's not how games work.
Yeah.
Sure enough, that worked.
It's not. Wow. I love when dumb stuff works. It makes me feel stupid.
I hate the Xbox One with a passion.
That's valid. I haven't played on the Xbox One. I've always been a PlayStation person.
And you know what? And you're on the right side of history, dude. You might as well be the North of America for this one because Xbox is ruining games. And they're like speed running how fast they can ruin games.
Yeah, but I mean, Sony has their issues. This is a nitpick, but recently I tried to go to the Sony website to like get some customer support. My gaming PC, it's pretty old at this point, but it still has really good stats.
Like 10 strength.
Or specs or whatever.
Right.
It could hardly run the website. The website.
Yeah,
It was so poorly optimized, it also would not open on my phone.
Yeah, I can't explain that so
Man.
much.
It was awful.
And you're right. No, the thing is, Nintendo and Sony aren't like the heroes of gaming or anything. Like they've got problems. Oh, nice fish. They've got their problems.
Very nice.
But the thing is, Microsoft has those problems and 20 more.
Mm-hmm.
And they're trying to monopolize video games.
That is true.
They destroyed
I don't know.
Fallout.
I want there to be like a gaming free-for-all. I want everyone to just be trying to make the best game.
I feel like that's kind of what Steam is. You just gotta ignore the rest. Like, everything comes to Steam anyway.
Yeah, all the indie games. They either sink or they float.
I feel like fishing games are making a comeback, dude. I mean, maybe it's just because I play a lot of fishing games, but every time I go to Steam, it's like, here's a new fishing game you might like. And there's a lot of new ones. I just saw one that's called, like, Fish Fear Me. There's Dave the Diver. Fishing's having its moment in time.
That is true. I've been wanting to play Dredge. Like, I've watched full playthroughs. I know the whole deal.
What is Dredge?
But Dredge is a fishing game, and it's super, super fun. And also, there's a cool lighthouse, which, you know,
Oh, yeah.
it's a bonus for me.
Hey, I'd
From
play
what I
it
know of
with
it,
you.
it's a little bit horror too, isn't it?
It's horror, and there's like a whole story to it, and it's like really satisfying.
A scary fishing game?
Oh, it's so good. You need to get Dredge.
What's the scariest game you ever played?
For me, probably Outlast.
Actually,
Outlast is also the scariest game I've played, Jacob. And I think anyone who's played Outlast 1 would have to say it is the scariest game they've played.
You cut out there. What were you saying?
I cut out. I was saying, I think anyone who's played Outlast 1 would agree it's the scariest game they've played.
Oh yeah, that game was horrifying. I haven't made it past basically the intro.
I beat it one time, dude. And, like, I love scary games. Like, I speedrun Resident Evil for fun. Like, I like the scary games. I played Outlast. I beat the game one time, and I might do it now that I stream, just because it'd be funny to watch me scream like a little girl. But because I stream, I wouldn't play it again for my own fun.
Yeah. One
It's
was enough.
scary. What is that? Oh, he's got a creature.
He's got the creature out.
I don't even play that many scary games, but I consider myself someone who likes them, so I don't know.
You don't have to play him to be a connoisseur, you know? How do you
I
guys
mostly
feel
just
about...
watch people play them because, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. No, you're good.
No, just, I don't consider myself a very skilled gamer, unless it's like a game that I've been playing forever, like Skyrim. I play on legendary mode because, obviously, I mean, I've been playing it for over a decade.
Right.
But anything else, like scary games and stuff, I'm like, I'm not going to be good at this. I'm just going to watch someone else.
I like playing games that, like, feel rewarding but not unfair. Like, Dark Souls, I used to like them. They're fun or whatever. They're not for me anymore. But, like, I like a game that feels like I shouldn't have to do trial and error. Like, if I'm good enough, I can beat it on the first try.
Mm-hmm.
I like playing games that are usually really slow, but very rewarding when you eventually get there. I've got a couple of games that are like that.
Civilization on marathon mode.
I don't have that one.
I've got a version of Civ on my phone that I need to play. I keep forgetting to play it.
Do you have Civ 6 on your PC?
I have a Civ. I can't remember which one it is.
If it's Civ 5 or Civ 6, I'll play it. If everyone has
I'd
it.
have to check. Here, I can check real quick.
We could get a little...
I've only got the one on my phone.
Oh, that's okay.
So it was free with Netflix, so I was like, yeah. VI, is that 4 or 5 or 4 or 6? I never know.
VI 6.
Just a V? Oh, VI 6, yeah.
Yeah,
That
I've got
one-
some Civ 6 on my phone.
I've
Civ
got
6 is
Civ
okay.
6 on my computer.
I would love to do a multiplayer Civ game someday.
Hell yeah.
I get tired of losing to all the regular bots, dude. I need to lose to my real friends.
No, I will lose. I'll make sure you're not last.
See, my thing, I'm kind of bad at this, and like whether I'm playing with the bots or whatever, is my logic is always, dude. If I want to win, even if it's by domination, the fastest way is to be the first person to invent gunpowder and stuff, so that I have a superior army, right? So I'll just make like a science-heavy civilization, and then I'll have world geniuses working on like the Manhattan Project, but no one to defend the Manhattan Project. So people just roll up with their spears and bow and arrows, and are like, "Hey, pal, we're taking that."
Oh no.
I don't know. I think I would put you both to the test to see who comes in last.
Um,
Oh,
buddy, I've never played.
you're assuming Christopher's not going to come in last. I bet you Christopher comes in last.
Yeah. I've always been bad at Civ games.
It's a hard game though, unless you put it on like easy mode. It's not an easy game necessarily.
Yeah.
And also, like, I love it, but I like it more like, I want to say like as a role play type of game, but I like to make it feel more like realistic and less like a board game that I can min max. You know, because I think the issue with the game, not an issue, but like it takes away from it for me, is that like the way to be like really good and optimal at it is kind of unrealistic to like making a real civilization, and more so like just knowing like, you know, what works.
Gaming the system.
Yeah, exactly. And it's, I don't know, it's fine, but like it's not what makes the game enjoyable for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the same for me with a lot of games.
hmm I play games really weird. Like, okay, Skyrim again. Guy who only plays 3 games. But whenever I start a new Skyrim save file, I like to like fully develop my character's background and then keep a journal about their adventure.
Hell yeah.
And it's very fun. It's the most fun way for me to play Skyrim.
That's
Role
how
playing Skyrim.
I kind of like to
Yeah.
play games where like I'll just be a character that I didn't make. Like when I played Baldur's Gate, I played as Poison Ivy, you know, from like DC,
hmm
and it was really fun. I enjoyed that.
Hell yeah.
The only issue is sometimes I won't break out a role playing like to the point of like I'll just, you know, not be the character at all. You know, I wasn't like a barbarian or whatever, but I was a druid, and I was gonna be like the druids that do like the nature and make the grass and stuff. But then I realized how much weaker they are than the ones that turn into animals. And I was like, in this world, Poison Ivy can also shapeshift. That's the rule.
Yeah. That's very fun. Um, I had to develop a D&D campaign as part of my graduate thesis, so whenever I play Baldur's Gate 3 now, I just play one of the NPCs from that. I'm like,
Nice.
nope, they're in BG3 now.
Dude, if we ever, like, I know this is like kind of takes, I don't know. Have you ever played one with all 4 like human players?
No, because me and my friends really like to romance the characters, and we
Right.
like to have our romance with us, so we're very um finicky about it. However, there is a mod to increase the party size, so you could have 4 humans and like as many companions as you want.
Yeah.
So that's a really good solution. Um, so yeah, we should try it sometime.
If we, you know, it might be a while before I get that on Steam, but if we do get it, it would be fun to do a 4-person game.
Hell yeah, I would be down.
I'm gonna be bad at it. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Um, I play
I'm
on
not,
tactician mode and I still suck, so dude.
I'm not gonna lie, I completely blanked out on the entire conversation.
Baldur's Gate 3, you wanna play a 4-player game one day?
Oh, sure.
Hell yeah. That's it, that's the whole combo.
I already know what character I'm gonna be. This is not an original thought. I can't claim it, but I'm gonna be Chapel Gnome.
Oh, hell yeah. I will just pull out an NPC and be like, ah yeah, here we are. Or we could always play origin characters, but everyone else gets to see the rest of their story that way.
Yeah.
Whoa. Little guy, what are you doing?
What is going on with him? I haven't finished this playthrough, but I started a Dark Urge playthrough, and man,
hmm
It's different.
Yeah, it's fun. I have been trying to finish my dirge. He's a fun little guy.
No, mine's kind of a jerk. Well, she's kind of a jerk. I made her like the anti-Karlach. She's like a devil that is actually a devil. And it broke my heart to fight Karlach, but I did it for the lore.
Man.
I found out how morally flexible all the characters are. Like, of course, like a few of them won't stay or whatever, but I was really surprised that Gale stayed. He was like, whatever, dude.
Yeah, Gail's like, whatever.
I'm not happy about it, but whatever gets me to my mistress. I think my favorite thing about that playthrough is it felt nice that every time I asked for like more money or I was like, I'm not helping you with that, for not everyone in the party to dislike it. It's the strangest game, and I love the game, right? I love it, but it is the strangest how like every other game is so like most of the characters are like morally good, and there may be like one bad character, but like in Baldur's Gate, like how like you do like the good moral thing, and everyone dislikes that.
hmm Yeah, they're like, oh, how dare you offer to help people?